Hi, I'm Willie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And what we're going to talk about in this video is IDS, intrusion detection systems, and IPS, intrusion prevention systems. And we're going to go over kind of where we're at because we are going to be getting into some IDS, IPS configuration and some pretty nice features actually to go with that. So I've got a little slideshow that I put together to talk about this. So let's get to it. So I call this IDS, IPS, why it still matters and how to get the most out of them along with other mechanisms. So there will be more to this with some in-depth configurations coming soon with some hardware you haven't seen yet. So what is intrusion detection and intrusion prevention, IDS, IPS? They are tools used to detect and prevent malicious activities on a network, and that could be at the edge or network boundaries, all of those, or on hosts, or at the edge, boundaries, and on hosts. So it can run in multiple places on your network. Now, there are different types of intrusion detection, and I have heard other professionals say that IDS, IPS without SSL inspection is worthless, and that's not true. So let's talk about the different types of IDS, IPS, how they work, and we'll start with signature-based detection. So that uses a database of known attack patterns or signatures to identify malicious activity. When network traffic matches a signature, an alert is triggered. Here's an example. IDS, IPS detects port 5532 incoming from a known bad IP address or address block. This matches these signatures. We're either going to get a notification or we're going to get an action on that, which could be to block the traffic. There's anomaly-based detection. So with anomaly-based detection, we establish a baseline of normal network traffic. This is what our normal looks like, normal network traffic and behavior, and then we monitor for deviations from the norm. Unusual patterns are flagged as potential threats. Here's an example. A user suddenly starts downloading large amounts of data at 3 a.m. Well, if your baseline is there's little to no network traffic at 3 a.m. and then all of a sudden this large file transfer starts at 3 a.m., this could trigger an alert because of an anomaly. Stateful protocol analysis. What this is understanding and tracking the state of network protocols to ensure they are behaving as expected. It can detect deviations from normal protocol behavior. Here's an example. IDS IPS notices an unexpected sequence of commands in an FTP session. So we're expecting FTP session to work one way, and while it's watching it, it notices the commands are deviating from what is normal. This could indicate a potential attack. Heuristic-based detection uses rules and algorithms to identify suspicious behavior that might not be caught by signature or anomaly-based detection. It's like using educated guesses based on experiences. Here's an example. Algorithm detects a slightly modified version of a known malware that signature-based detection might miss. Now, IDS and IPS work together. So the intrusion detection system monitors network traffic and alerts admins to suspicious activity. IDS itself, intrusion detection system, does not take action to stop the activity. The intrusion prevention system monitors and also takes action to block or mitigate the suspicious activity, preventing potential damage. So here's kind of how the workflow is going to go. So detection, IDS identifies potential threats, logs them, so we can review them later. And normally when we implement IDS and IPS, I like to let it run for a week, 2 weeks, get a nice baseline so we see what's coming through. I've seen a lot of things like Dropbox that is normal business actually blocked by IDS, IPS. So we want to understand what our businesses are doing and take a look at that before we just outright start blocking things. Prevention is the intrusion prevention system takes the information from IDS and can automatically block malicious traffic. Now, if we think that we have a false positive, we'll talk about what we're doing here. So that's in our response. The security teams use the alerts and logs from both IDS and IPS to investigate and respond to threats. So let's say that you have legitimate Dropbox traffic, but it's being blocked. Well, in your IDS IPS system, you're going to have an option to override that, and you can override it based on the computer or the service that's trying to get there. You could override everything for Dropbox completely, but you're going to have overrides. You're also going to have manual blocks. You're going to have it both ways. So by combining these mechanisms that we've been talking about, IDS and IPS provide a layered defense strategy in assisting other layers of protection to keep the network safe from a wide range of threats. So if you remember our security jawbreaker, we don't just rely on one mechanism to help provide security. We build our defense in depth, and it is built in layers. And IDS and IPS is just one layer of that defense. And that's what I said right there. Remember, IDS IPS is just one layer in our security jawbreaker. And I reiterate, some say that IDS and IPS may be worthless or not effective without SSL inspection. It's not true. When you control the network and the stack of tools and configurations, it is a very helpful piece of the strategy. And we're going to be talking about that more in upcoming topics and configurations. So stay tuned for that. If you've got any questions about intrusion detection, intrusion prevention, the types of vendors and things like that we use, let me know down in the comments. There are going to be follow-ups on this. There's a piece of hardware that you haven't seen us ever do any videos on that we are going to do some IDS IPS videos on here very shortly, probably here in the next couple weeks. So let me know if you've got questions about this, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok. Those links are down below. And there's also a Patreon link. And if you need IT consulting, head on over to williehowe.com. Fill out that contact form that's on the front page. If you want to talk about getting IDS IPS, which if you have cyber liability insurance, if it's not mandated yet by your carrier, it will be at some point. So reach out. We can take a look at that. We can help you with all of your cybersecurity insurance needs. So come on over, fill that form out. Also head on over to community.williehowe.com. Sign up, ask your questions, get involved with the community. We'd love to have you there. Once again, I'm Willie. If you've got any questions about IDS, IPS, let me know down in the comments. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.